What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ropes, and I'm going to make this video to celebrate my queens, my black women out there who are continuing to push back against this alphabet agenda out there. And the reason why I want to acknowledge the ones that are continuing to push back against this is because there's so many of you who are co-signing this type of behavior and just aiding in the agenda altogether. You know, we got our sisters out here taking their sons to the nail shop to get their nails painted. We got, them buying belly shirts and lipstick and all types of shit for their sons. And a lot of the times, these are the same women who say that there's no decent black men out there, when they are the ones who are raising these boys like this. You are raising a man. If you have a son and you're a woman, you are raising a man, not a child. And that's what they don't understand. You're raising a man that's going to go out there for another woman to say that he ain't shit. That's what you're doing when you're helping with this agenda. When you're saying that it's okay for this young man to be whoever he wants to be. And this applies to the girls too, but I'm really focused on the boys because I feel like that's where the attack really is. Yes, they try to push the agenda on the girls as well, but they're really going after the young men right now. And they're putting all these images in their cartoons and stuff that they watch now. This is not anything like it's only in rated R stuff that with explicit content only for adults. It's not that anymore. This shit has reached into children's books and all types of stuff. Cartoons are supposed to be, Pixar just said they're going to do their first LGBT cartoon character. I don't know if the whole picture is supposed to be about that particular character, but that's what they're doing. They're attacking the black man in particular at Disney. They got this movie, The Eternals, coming out as part of the MCU. And, they got a black man as the face of the first gay character in the MCU that's going to have an on-screen kiss and all this type of stuff. They're making the black man the face of that. They're going after the young black woman, Tessa Thompson, who plays Valkyrie in the Thor movies. She's supposed to be an LGBT character now. And it's just like, they're pushing this agenda. They know that kids watch that shit and they're just normalizing this. And this is something that we need to pay attention to. I talked about this shit years ago, man, and it's gotten worse since I started talking about it. This is very, very important. We can't have our sons walking around in skirts and shit, talking about I'm living my truth and all of that. Like, where does this language come from? If there's really no agenda out there, listen to the language of Dwayne Wade's son, for example. I'm living my truth and, I am who I am inside and all this type of stuff. I'm really a girl and all that. Where does all this language coming from? Where is he hearing all of this? Listen to the way that he's wording what he's saying. This is all the stuff that the media has been pushing out there. These key words that they're using. I identify as, and what is it? She, him, her, or them, or whatever. These pronouns they're using now. All of this language. I didn't hear this shit 10 years ago. I didn't even really hear it 5 years ago. But now, you got 12-year-old kids saying this shit now, but there's no agenda. Why is it so important to push sexuality onto these kids, man? This is like pedophilia to me, man. They're so fixated on kids' sexuality. Remember the show Roseanne? They brought back, they did the spinoff because they fired her over her comments. She called a woman a monkey and tried to apologize for it. Like she didn't know what she was doing. She blamed it on drugs and shit like that. So they did a spinoff called The Conners. And they got this boy on here who wears girls' clothes and kissing boys at school and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit is all over the place now, man. And he's a kid. He's only supposed to be, I think when the show started, he was supposed to be like 8 years old. Now he's like 11 or 12 or something like that on the show. And it's like, this is a kid. Why are we talking about kid sexuality? You know, and it's just like they said, man. They said that after they get people comfortable with the homosexuality, that pedophilia would be next. That would be the next thing that's acceptable. And it seems like this is kind of like a gateway into that to me, man. That's the way I'm looking at this whole thing. It's just weird to me. You know, Dwayne Wade should be ashamed of himself, not because he has a son who thinks that he's gay or he may be gay, but because he's going in front of millions of people and putting that out there on a 12-year-old boy. That's why he should be ashamed of himself. That's nobody's business. He's just a child. Keep that shit in the family. This is not for you to get publicity and do a press tour and all that shit with your 12-year-old son's sexuality. It's just disgusting, man. But Black women, you are the most important key in all of this, man. You continue to push back. The ones that are pushing back, continue to push back, because they haven't gotten us yet. We're the last stronghold, the men. The Black men who are like, nah, that's some bullshit. The little Boochies of the world. You know what I'm saying? But a cold reality is that the Black woman is the one who's raising these kids. There's not a lot of fathers around. So it is your responsibility to pay attention to that. It is not cute when your son puts your wig on or he puts your makeup on. You tell him that that's not what boys do. That's not what men do. All of this, let your child do whatever they want to do. You're just losing control of your child. You can't let a child decide everything for themselves. Okay, because if you do, they're going to decide not to go to school. They're going to decide not to try to have a career or build a business. They're going to decide to do things that they shouldn't be making decisions on. You are a parent for a reason. You cannot let a child do whatever they want to do. Okay, you cannot tell a child that he could be whatever he wants to be. He can't be a bird. He can't be a dog. If he's a boy, he's a boy. He can think whatever he wants to, but he's being manipulated. He's being confused with all of this shit that he's seeing all on Instagram, all in the cartoons, all in the movies, at school, whatever they're pushing their agenda over there. This is why you have to be a parent, because he's going to listen to you before he listens to anybody else, because you're his mother. But you have to start now when they're young. So anyway, like I say, I want to celebrate the queens who are pushing back, continue to push back. All the rest of y'all, man, y'all are just way off code, man. Y'all women need to get y'all shit together. I'm out.